So I just wanted to talk through the first bit of the CC, so the conversion consult, and I just want to recap on what we went through the other day. Now, when you're doing this, you've got the full script in your welcome package, so have a look through that, get familiar with what it sounds like and what it looks like. Now, when you go into a consultation with a new patient or a new episode, so they haven't been in for quite some time, you're going to have to think about your body language, your tone, your posture, your eye contact, because as we've discussed several times now, it's about you being the leader in the room so that they will follow you and they know that you know what you're talking about and they know that you know and they believe that you're the expert. So again, I'm going to role play this on my own, and basically the patient is going to come in, they're going to fill out the paperwork and do all of that with the front of staff. Then you are going to be introduced to the patient. So we're going to start from there. The patient's name is Tom. Hi Tom, I am Johanna. Lovely to meet you today. Just come through and we're going to get started. Did you find us okay? Was it a problem finding your way here? No, awesome. Oh, that's great. Now, we have got a bit of nice weather today, which is a bit of a relief from the rain that we'd had recently. Just take a seat over on the other side there so we can have a chat. Now, have you been to an osteopath before, Tom? Oh, you haven't? Awesome. So I'm really looking forward to introducing you to this type of treatment. Now, if you don't mind, I am going to tell you what we're going to do today. Is that okay? Awesome. So what we're going to do, first of all, I am going to ask you a whole heap of questions. Now, most of the things you've already filled out on your form here, so I'm very familiar with what your problem is already, and I can see you've got a low back issue that's been an ongoing problem for you. But there might be a few more questions that I kind of want to fill in order to get a full understanding of what's going on for you and what's happened in the past. Is that okay with you, Tom? Yeah. Great, awesome. Now the second thing we're going to do, once I've gathered all that information, we'll get you to stand up and I'm going to get you to take most likely your top off so I can see your back, and you are going to do some movements so I can see how you're moving, and we're going to tie that all in with what you've been telling me so I can get a even better understanding of what the problem is. Is that okay with you? Fantastic, Tom. Great. And then the third thing we're going to do is, once we've got you on the table, I've assessed a bit more and again treated you, obviously, we're going to come up with a plan. So you're going to find out what your diagnosis is, which means the problem, and what the prognosis is, meaning, you know, how long it's going to take, and obviously what the plan is when it comes to treatment, how many you're going to need and what frequency of treatment you're going to need. And then if there are any other tools that you might need as well, and possible stretches and exercises, and if you need some using a spiky ball or a foam roller. So does that sound all right with you, Tom? Fabulous. Well, let's get started. So that's the first part of the consultation, and that's what you're going to role play with your friend or family member or whatever is going to work for you. Make that video and post it back to me, and we'll kind of look at it, have a play around and start tweaking things, because this is going to be an ongoing learning process from now on, and it's quite exciting. As you're getting familiar with it, it flows easier. You don't end up thinking about what you're saying, but actually getting into the flow, just like it is when you are doing your questions. So you can then also, in this video that you're sending through, kind of include the questions that you're asking the patients, your normal diagnosis and your normal case history. And the other three questions that I want you to include is, why are you coming in now? How did you hear about us? And what are your goals? So the goal one is really important. So you ask them, so what are your goals? And normally how I start is, everybody who comes in to see us, they're here in order to get rid of pain. That's why they come in the first place. Now, I understand that, but what other goals are you after? What do you feel like you're missing out on at the moment? And they might say, oh, I cannot go for a bike ride, or I can't play with the children. And they say, okay, what else? and you pause. You let the patient talk in that situation. And then they might say, oh, it would be awesome if I could just have like a full night's sleep without waking up. Great. Awesome goals. Anything else? And you exhaust that until they've got nothing else to tell you, because what that gives you are things that they want to achieve and things that you can put your finger on in the future. So when they say, oh, I'm not feeling that much better, and you say, well, look, you are now able to sleep the whole night, and there might be things that you can then kind of pinpoint when they say, well, it doesn't feel like I'm getting that much better. So it's really important. And also when they reach their goals, they're going to feel so much happier and the process will make sense to them. So keep this in mind. Do the little video and get back to me. I'm really looking forward to seeing these videos in the future. And as I said, it was something that we're going to continue to work on. All right, that's all for now.